Spooky season has arrived. Scary movies, pumpkins, purple tinsel, all those cool things. Today, we're going to check out a super spooky chord melody. A few years back, I put together a video called The Spookiest Ukulele Song, and it seems to be a fan favorite, so I thought we'd add chord melody to this and have some fun. So get yourself tuned up, and let's learn this one together. Hey, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and click that alert bell so you know when the next video is coming your way. If you're interested in more learning resources, head over to AllForUke.com where we have a full searchable library of songs, song sheets, practice tracks, worksheets, and more. All for you, AllForUke.com. So to kick things off, I'm going to play through this full spooky tune for you, and then we're going to take it section by section. So here it is in its entirety. Here we go. All right, so now we're going to break this down section by section. So here is section 1. We start off, and this is all going to be based around a C minor chord and an F minor chord. So our C minor chord is played here by barring the bottom 3 strings on the 3rd fret. And when we do chord melody, everything we're doing here is happening with our thumb. I'm taking my hand and I'm putting it underneath the body of the uke so it's stable here. And I'm just going to be dragging and plucking single notes here with my thumb. So that's really the technique that you need for this video. And here we go with the first part. So we start off by just doing a down strum on the G, C, and E string with our thumb. So it starts off with that, with our index finger barring here, and we want to leave these fingers open here to use. And then we play the E string 4th fret, followed by the 3rd fret of the E string and the 3rd fret of the C string. So here's our first little melody. So chord 4, 3, 3. And then we move down to the 2nd fret, and we're going to do a little hammer on here. So we hammer on the C string, 2nd fret to 3rd fret with our index and middle finger. So there's a hammer on, and a hammer on means that we just pluck the note one time and we create the 2nd note by hammering our finger on that 3rd fret. So we have, and then we finish off this little part here with 2nd fret of the C string and open C string. So the first part of this tune sounds like this. Part 2, we start off again here with our C minor chord. So let's hold down the 3rd fret on the C, E, and A strings, and we're going to down strum just to the E string. So we start off with, just like we did before, and then we go 4th fret E string, 3rd fret E string, which we're already holding down, and 3rd fret C string. Then we go back here to this hammer on from 2 to 3. And the only thing that's different about this part is where we land, which is going to be down here on the 2nd fret of the E string. And the little note here, the F sharp, really pulls some dissonance and some spookiness into this. So something I'm doing here to kind of accentuate this note is I'm trilling it when I get down here to the F sharp note on the 2nd fret of the E string. So watch when I finish here, I'm going to really kind of shake my finger horizontally on the string to get that note to kind of wobble a little bit. So here we go again. If you're enjoying this tutorial, jump over to allforuke.com. I have a full comprehensive tab put together with all the bells and whistles. You can download it at allforuke.com. Hop over there and grab yourself a tab. Part 3 starts. Oh, yep, you guessed it, C minor again. So we're going to start off this little section here with another down strum over the top 3 strings, followed by 4th fret, 3rd fret on the E string, and 3rd fret on the C string, just as we've done before. The only difference here is we're going to do a couple of hammer-ons at the end, and we hammer on from the 2nd to 3rd fret on the E string, and then hammer on the C string, doing the exact same thing, 2nd to 3rd fret. Nice little chromatic moves here create this tension, and it's the reason it really sounds spooky when we're doing this in a minor key. So again, this little part is our final section starts on an F minor chord, so we're going to keep the bar down here on the 3rd fret on the bottom strings, but we're going to add our ring finger to the 5th fret of the C string, our middle finger to the E string on the 4th fret. So we strum down the top 3 strings again, and then we pull off the chord, but we keep the bar down so we can play the 3rd fret of the E string, and then we play 2nd fret, 3rd fret. So let me walk through that move again. So we play the chord, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the E string. And then we move up here to our final little piece of the equation, and we do 2nd fret on the C string, 3rd fret on the C string, and now for one of the coolest parts of the song, the little trill that happens on the C minor chord. So I'm just going to lay my ring finger or middle finger down here on the bottom 3 strings, and after I do this strum, I let this kind of decay a little bit, and I come up here and I land with my thumb on top of the neck, and I'm trying to get my middle finger to be almost parallel to the strings so that I can do this motion here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my middle finger, I'm bending at the middle knuckle, so I can pull this finger in pretty fast across the string. So just try to start doing this nice and slow. Put your thumb on top of the neck, right next to the body, and drag your middle finger across the strings, pull it into your palm, and push it back out. And when you get going pretty fast, after a little while, you can kind of create that nice little trilling sound that happens at the end. So again, I'm just putting my thumb on top, and really just using the side of my middle finger to brush the strings, and it's happening. The lighter you go and the less contact you make with the strings, the faster you can go with your finger. So again, let's walk through this section nice and slow. So we go chord, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now we're going to go through all of the sections of the tune nice and slow. I'll talk us through it. So if you want to follow along, feel free to pause and take a stab at this. No pun intended, but here we go, section by section. So we start off on that C minor chord, drag, 4, 3, 3, hammer, 2, 0, into section 2, C minor again, hammer, and then this 2, back to the C minor, hammer, hammer, and then we go to the F minor chord and we drag the chord down, followed by 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, C minor, trill. Now here it is in time all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you had fun learning this tune, feel free to share your interpretation by tagging AllForUke on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys come up with here. This was a cool little composition I put together for you guys, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So, happy Halloween, happy spooky season. Don't forget to go to allforuke.com. I put together a chord melody tab for you that has all of the little twists and turns of this tune in tab form. My name's Kevin. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Let's get